So, just before we start the actual review for this morning, I just wanted to say that I'm going to do polls on my Instagram account. So I will leave a link in the description to my Instagram account, so you guys can go vote on the polls as to what movies I will be reviewing. The first poll I did ended up 50-50, so I'm going to be reviewing both movies that were in that poll. So yeah, I will have a link to my Instagram account in the description, and let's roll my intro and then do the review. So this morning I actually watched a movie that I own that I put up in my poll last night called Legend. There's going to be a poster thing behind me as well, as you can see in the video. Anyway, it was an awesome movie. Tom Hardy does a fantastic job as both characters. Sometimes it's a little hard to understand what they were saying because they're English, so their accents were really thick. But the story does take place in England in the 1960s. There are two brothers, both gangsters. The one brother here gets released from the psych ward by this brother. Not legally, obviously, but they were threatening the owner of the ward to let him go. So the brother with the glasses was in jail for 6 years for, I believe, murder, if I'm correct, if I'm remembering that correctly. Anyway, there was definitely a lot of action. There was a love story between this brother and a girl who ends up committing suicide due to the fact that she can't handle his lifestyle anymore. My favorite scene was the bar fight scene where they end up fighting the other gang who is on the other side of the water in England. I don't really know how England is divided, so I couldn't tell you. Anyway, eventually the brothers end up kind of going their own way at certain parts of the movie. They both kind of run like their own organization, which was interesting, and then they end up getting back together, and then they end up splitting up again, and I don't really know what happened to them, but I know that at the end of the movie, they both went to jail for, well, one of them went to jail for killing somebody, and the other one went back to the psych ward, and, yeah, I guess it was based on a true story. These two brothers were actually gangsters in England in the 1960s. So, one of them died in 1995, because it tells you at the end of the movie. One of them died in 1995, and the other one died in 2000. I think it was either 3 or 6 months after he was released from prison, so that's pretty crazy. They were definitely ruthless. They didn't fight fair, that's for sure. And the one brother suffered from, schizophrenia and a couple other things. So sometimes he didn't make a lot of sense in what he was saying. And, I mean, he did want to do some good in the world, but, like, yeah, they just, the way they went about their lives, they didn't do it properly. What else can I say about the movie? My rating, I would give it a 4 out of 5, because some parts of the story could have been done a little bit better. But yeah, I would definitely recommend this movie to family and friends. And I will see you guys tomorrow, because I'm doing a review of the movie Contagion, which I have not seen yet. I haven't seen this movie either before today. So these reviews are just based on what I think of the movie from a first standpoint. I'll definitely watch this movie again. I have another review coming up for you guys so tomorrow when I do my review of Contagion, I'll do a review of the Asking Alexandria CD as well, because I just finished it, and oh my god, the last track on it was completely insane. So I will see you guys tomorrow.